Weizmann Institute, Jeder R&D, represented by its CEO, Amir Nyberg.
Hello Falling Walls, my name is Amir Nyberg and I serve as the CEO of Yeda. Yeda is the Hebrew word for knowledge, and we act as a technology transfer company for the Weizmann Institute of Science, located in Rehovot, Israel. I'm here today to recommend NewCO2Fuels. The story of NewCO2Fuels began back in 2005 when Professor Jacob Carney and his colleagues began looking for a novel process to disassociate CO2 to CO and oxygen. 2.5 years ago, Yeda, together with a group of Australian investors, formed NewCO2Fuels to take this technology from academia into the marketplace. The company's management was able to translate the academic research into an industrial setting seamlessly and efficiently. Today, the company continues to promote these technologies in all possible aspects. I'm sure that once you'll hear Mr. David Banitt, the CEO of NewCO2Fuels, you will agree with me that this technology holds a promise to a cleaner environment and better fuels. Thank you very much.
NewCO2Fuels, presented by its founder, David Banitt.
My name is David Banitt. I'm the CEO and founder of NewCO2Fuels, and this is what we do. We develop a product, an innovative product that produces fuel out of CO2 and water using renewable heat. 2.5 years ago, we started a company by licensing the technology from the Weizmann Institute of Science, where this high-temperature CO2 dissociation was developed by Professor Carney, as you heard before. We were so far funded by a group of Australian businessmen with a long vision and green spirit. And what we have done in the last 2.5 years, and it's close to completion, is this small-scale prototype that is used to prove the concept that what was working in the lab can really work under industrial environment and by industrial means. What is it all about? The global population grew in the last century from about 2 billion to more than 6, and with it, growth of energy, growth of chemical demands, and growth of fertilizer, etc. And in addition to that, while doing all that, we increased the CO2 emission by burning fuels. And since the Industrial Revolution, we came up to a state where this year we are emitting more than 30 billion tons of CO2 into the atmosphere. And our idea is to take that CO2 and turning it back to fuel and solving both problems at the same time. So how does it work? On the left side, what you can see is a series of CO2 emitting entities from power plants, gas wells, etc., etc. And on the right side hand, you see the market. And what we are putting in the middle is a product of ours comprising of a reactor, a set of gas pipes, etc., and converting the CO2 at a high temperature using into syngas. And syngas is a mixture of hydrogen and CO, which is a very potent gas, from which people know already how to convert it from that syngas into a variety of hydrocarbons, whether gasoline, diesel, any other hydrocarbons you would think of. And the idea is to take that heat from high temperature heat sources, whether solar, gasifiers, furnaces, and incinerators. We currently are emitting very high temperature heat and wasting them. Who are our customers? Well, the customers are all those CO2 emitting entities, all those gasifiers and furnaces that want to increase their efficiency, and of course, the market, fuel, and chemical providers. All this is a very good thing, but it has to be profitable. Saving the world is one thing, but our customers have to make money. And if you take just, for example, methanol, we can, by our product, produce methanol at the current market price with an internal rate of return of 28% and 4 years payback. And in addition to that, the product is modular in size, and the customer can produce actually any product out of it, as I mentioned earlier, methanol, gasoline, etc. This is how the product works. What you see here on the right side in the yellow, this is a reactor heated up to 850 centigrade using the heat and and this is where the high temperature CO2 dissociation takes place. The air exits this reactor at 800 C, which is sufficiently high to produce the electricity required for the product. It is a self-sufficient system, 40% efficiency from the heat to the energy in the syngas, and it's well protected under several patents. We have a very aggressive timeline. We are looking for first order in the next 2.5 years, and actually we are already discussing the first pilot to be funded by an oil and gas company in Australia in the middle of the desert, and we are looking for our next funding to take us there, and looking for a very profitable company and immense market. What makes us unique? First of all, we are doing something good to humanity, and second, we have a large market opportunity, a large window of opportunity, a very sound solution, 40% efficiency, which allows us to be very profitable, reduce growth in the risk, and above all, a high quality and motivated team. Thank you.
Thank you, David Banitt, and NewCO2Fuels. Perfect. So, do we have questions, remarks? Right there.
How exactly do you get the CO2 from where it's produced to where you convert it into fuel?
Okay, as I said, there are numerous CO2 emitters. As I said, 30 billion tons emitted, but we are approaching first at the low-hanging fruits, and these are the high-purity CO2 emitters, and these are gasification plants, gas wells, methanol plants, etc., that emit almost 99.9 clean CO2, and that's the first we are going to approach. The others, there are technologies to capture the CO2 out of the flue gas. It associates with cost, which originally we want to avoid, so we'll start with the high purity. Hopefully we'll get to all the CO2 that is there, and we'll be very, very happy.
The process that you described, how to convert,
Yes.
Looks quite expensive. So, and on the other side, you say it's economical. So how does it fit together?
Well, I didn't say it's expensive, and our calculations say that these are the numbers, and actually they are improving as the product grows and the capacity grows. A significant part of the cost is actually parts that are already bought in the market, such as gas turbines, the methanol plant, etc. So even if we are a little bit mistaken in our cost estimate of our product, the impact on the overall cost will be very limited.
One last question over there.
Yeah, actually, my question is, this solar concentrator technology usually needs a lot of land. Can you give an estimation of how many soccer fields per cubic meter syngas you will roughly need?
Okay, obviously the solar option is not the one that we prefer. It is indeed very diluted, and we need, for every 300 kilowatts, we need about 2,500 square meters, which is a lot. And this is why we prefer to go to those other sources of heat, such as incinerators, gasifiers, steel plants, where the heat is much, much more concentrated, and more than that, the system can operate 24 hours a day, not only when there is sunlight. So the economics are much better this way.
David, you were now the last presenter of the afternoon. Do you allow me one personal question? How do you feel now that it's over?
I feel great.
You feel great?
Yeah.
Content?
Of course, yes.
How important is it really to win, or is it just to be here and present, or is it also about winning now?
It's also about winning.
It's also about winning, and that's the key word, because now we are through, and now our jury will take some time under Chairman.
Are they accepting bribe?
They what?
Are they accepting bribe?
I have no idea. But they, okay, thank you first. Thank you very much, David Banitt.